Hello and welcome to 5 Minutes in the Shed. Right, sit rep, where we are today. I keep looking at the bike and I keep thinking I want to get something back together, right? Because it's all in bits, there's bits all over the garage, everything is a complete mess, right? So, back wheel, back end. I'll do it on this camera. There we go. The foot peg hangers are ready, which means I can put the spindle in all greased. Also, weird thing, right? Ordered a new spindle for it. Doesn't come with a nut. I had to order a nut. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on. Here's my girl. Hello, sweetheart. Hello, sweetheart. Say hello and say hello. Say hello. Say hello. With floppy face. Show your floppy face. Show your floppy face in the video. Ah, there's my girl. I'll turn the camera around and show you the details. Okay, so spindle comes, but it doesn't come with the spindle nut, which is nuts. So I had to order a nut. So I've got the nut and I've got the spindle. That can all go in all grease, but these have to go on first. So that's why that hasn't been done. Everything else is on, but I can't put the back wheel in because the back wheel is over there, which has been painted, which is great. And the hub and everything and the rubbers are all there, all painted and everything, and great. Tyre levers are on the floor there, but I don't have a tyre on it, so I can't put it in because I don't have the tyre. Tyre's down there. So I reckon first thing I'm going to do, and I hate doing this, is I'm going to fit the back tyre. Okay, right, I remembered the microphone this time. Yeah, I know, I'm dead clever. So, yeah, put the tyre on, but my dog was bothering me, so I had to take her for a walk. So I took a dog for the walk. It rained, I got wet. So, tyre went on. Here's the tyre. It went on pretty well, actually. To be honest, these tubeless tyres, I mean, they go on the rim okay, but then if the bead has come together, they're a bugger to pop on, especially when I've only got a little compressor. But this one, it come with like these packing things that hold it apart, so it kind of held itself in shape. It did a bit of hissing around the edge, but I bounced it a bit and it went pop and it went on. So tyres on, looking good. I checked the rotation. The rotation is the correct way, because there's nothing worse than putting a tyre on than having to take it off again. That's terrible. Right, so that's the tyre. Right then, swinging arm pivot. Now, I've been thinking about how it works, because I mentioned in a previous video, anything that moves, you grease it. Anything that doesn't move, you copper slip it. Now, I think the way this works is that the metal tubes move inside that sort of carbon plastic bush thing. So I don't think the metal tubes move. So they're sat stationary on the spindle. That's why on the old spindle they were welded to it. So I'm going to copper slip that, which seems a bit weird because it's a moving part, but the spindle goes to the bit that doesn't move. So plenty of copper slip on that, and whoever does it the next time will go, oh, you know what, whoever rebuilt this is a legend because he filled it full of copper slip. Yes, that's true. So I'm going to do the spindle, and then I've got this in a position now where this wheel hoop is the right height for the wheel spindle and everything to go in. So I'll do that, get the back wheel in. I think I'll do it all in one video with some funky music. So spindle first, then the back wheel, and then we'll talk about it some more. Okay. wheels in, new tyre on it, which has got a red label on it, which makes it look really expensive and stuff. So tyres on, wheels painted, swinging arms painted, the brake anchor, brake stay is all on loose at the moment because I need to adjust the chain. I do need to put the chain on. Can't put the chain on yet because I need to change the engine sprocket, but I might have to put the chain on to be able to undo the engine sprocket, to then take the chain off to replace the engine sprocket, to then put the chain back on to then tighten the, because it turns on the engine. I don't think the compression on this is enough to hold it so you can tighten it. It's a bit of a faff going on with that. So back wheels on, bike's sitting on the back wheel. Actually it's sitting on its stand at the moment, but it's pretty much on that. I'm going to keep it on its stand for now because you may remember in the last video I said the next thing I'm going to do when I come in the shed is change these bent foot pegs, and I still haven't done it. I don't know why. I think it's because I was just tripping over all of these parts. So I'm going to change the foot pegs. I've got the new ones here. Look at this, shiny new ones. So got one bolt going through, which is the engine mount, and one bolt which bolts from each side. Got new stand, new spring, and everything. It's just, oh, look at it. How sexy is that? I'll tell you what is weird though. I don't see any mounting points for the side stand switch. I'm just going to check that. I don't think there is one. So I think this motorcycle may no longer have a side stand switch associated with it. Not to worry. Yeah, because I can't even make one. It's like a great big plate that comes round here where it mounts on like that and then presses onto it like, yeah, it's different. So anyway, not to worry. Foot peg's more important than the side stand switch. You only leave your side stand down once and then you turn left and the world goes horribly wrong and then you never do it again, so it's fine. Right, so I'm going to change those. Right, so this is a bit interesting, okay? I may have got the wrong sort of foot peg hangers. Now this side, it's got this like kind of guard arrangement. It's the same. It's got the plate with the loop for the drain on it. That's the same. But if we turn these round, I'll turn it this way. I'll see if you can see. Let me check the camera. Yeah, I reckon you can see. So this one, this plate is like a mirror image on this side, a bit more robust, a bit thicker because you've got the side stand on it. This one, completely different. Like this one, it's got this great big massive plate. The holes for the bolts are in the same place, but the foot peg goes above the holes. Whereas this one, it's a solid bar that runs underneath and comes up. This one comes straight out the top, and I think the reason it comes straight out the top is because exactly where that foot peg comes out, that's where the side stand switch goes. So looking at it, I reckon, offering it up and that, it's the same dimensions and the hole centers are the same, but it hasn't got this plate where the side stand switch goes, and that is dangling down here. So that side stand down, that side stand up. So if I leave it, it's normally open, so if I just leave it, it's fine, the bike will run anyway. yeah, slightly different model year or something. I don't know. It's advertised as the right part, but obviously it's the wrong part. So yeah, that caught me off guard a little bit. And of course, it's very difficult to take off with the centre stand down. And it's a centre stand I need down because otherwise I can't hold the bike up. So yeah, catch 22 on that as well. So anyway, that's off. I'm going to put the new one on and offer it up, see if it fits okay. And if it does, I'll bolt the side stand to my lift, and then it can go back in the air, I think. Yeah. So let's see. Okay, we've got level, straight, flat foot pegs, which is absolutely lovely. Don't think anyone's going to fail on those. That's nice. They're both the same height, both sides. All good. So, remember I said always finish on so you know exactly what you're doing next time, right? So next time, obviously it's off the centre stand now, which is good, which means I can now put the brake on and get the brake actuator, pedal and everything in. What I do need to do is I need to take this side stand switch off, and that runs up the spine here, and there's a connector behind the airbox. So tomorrow, needs a new air filter anyway, or tomorrow, whenever I get to it, busy week next week, I'm going to take the airbox out so I can access the connector, so I can remove that side stand switch. Once that's out of the way, then I can put the brake on, brake arms, all that, put this back in, put the tail piece on. I've got a tail lamp for it, under tray, rebuild all of the back end up, and the chain and the front sprocket. So that's next on my list. So I'd say back end pretty much done, apart from the brake rod, brake pedal, brake return spring, rear cowling, under tray, taking this out and back in again, tail lamp. Apart from that, and the chain and the front sprocket. Apart from that, back end's done. I mean, this is progress, right? It's starting to look like a motorcycle again. That is until I take all the front end off it. But you know, this is like the 50% mark here. And these were some of the bits that were really battered from when it was stolen. The tyre was off the rim and foot pegs were all bent. So yeah, making good progress. Thank you for watching. I'll do the rest bit on the next video.